Hey guys, we are going to chat oils today. We are going to talk about the Young Living Starter Kit. I've got a little glare in my screen. I'm not sure why, but we are talking about this kit because it is still Young Living's best bang for your buck. Comes with over 12 oils. It comes with a diffuser like this. Runs for 10 hours on intermittent and 4 hours on full blast. It comes with support. You get a person like me that signs you up, that helps you learn how to use all the oils, because when I first started, I knew nothing. I didn't know how to use peppermint. I didn't know how to use frankincense. I didn't know what any of these oils were for. It comes with the best spot cleaner. It's good actually for your throat, to spray in your throat. It's actually the Thieves Spray. It's different than the household cleaner, but it is, I keep this in my purse. It is the best spray for on-the-go stains. We just literally stayed at someone's house for a couple days up in the UP, and our dog went to the bathroom on their floor, on their carpet, and so I immediately soaked, just dabbed it with the towel, sprayed this. I was able to get the smell out, the stain out within minutes. This premium starter kit comes with a little bottle of the Thieves hand sanitizer. And what's great about this is it doesn't have any chemicals in it that cause cellular change like most of the hand sanitizers. It smells like our Thieves oil, which is the bomb. And it also keeps the good bacteria that's naturally on our hands intact, because that's what helps our immune system fight. And so the others wipe out all of the there's certain words I can't say. We're going to talk about that too. It wipes out everything, but this keeps the good bacteria intact so that your immune system can fight. So when I first started 13 years ago, I knew nothing about oils. I got invited to a class similar to this, except it was in person. We do those as well. And I didn't know anything. So I listened to the class. They talked a lot about immune system function. They talked a lot of things. But at the end, they started talking about how the oils, especially frankincense, and this blend called the oil of joy, really helps with your emotions, especially after you have a baby, after you are just going through some hard times and struggles. At the time, my middle daughter was a teenager, and she was very much struggling emotionally, and after the loss of her sister. And so I did not want to medicate her, and I wanted to find a natural way to help her work through things. And so the person that was doing this class for us, I sat with her afterwards and talked, and that's why this community is so important. That's why it's good to that's why Young Living actually is not sold in stores. It is a relationship business, and there's a person that has experience that is helping you learn along the way. So when you sign up with any one of us, you get someone like me or me to contact when you're just like, I have no idea what to do. This is what I'm struggling with. I don't know what to put on my kids. I don't know what to put on myself. We use the oils on our dogs. It is so powerful, especially the oils in this kit, which is what I'm talking about today. They are so potent and so powerful and create such change and repair in the body that you are just going to be blown away every single time. So one of the things I want to talk about is I started, again, 13 years ago, but when I started, so this is just some back history, okay? When I started in Young Living, we had classes on mold, we had classes on winter wellness, we had classes called Dr. Mom, we had classes that were like all about cleaning your home and keeping your home healthy, like the air and your floors and your countertops and all that. And they all had different names, like Dr. Mom, mold, how to get rid of mold, all those kind of things. But something happened around the time of, I could be wrong on these dates. I thought it was around 2013, 2014, where A three-letter agency came in and told other health companies as well, and Young Living, that we were not allowed to use certain language. So we could not say, so this is just some back information, we could not say that oregano, which is a natural antibiotic, we could not say that. We couldn't say that you could use oregano oil in capsules as a natural antibiotic. We could no longer claim that. One of the great things that we've always had is a desk reference like this. And there's online ones. This company actually does it specifically for Young Living oils, so that the information in here is not going to be the same if you get a dollar store oil, because the dollar store oils do not have farms where they are strictly tested. We test the land. Young Living will not grow any of our plants on any land that has had chemicals used on it in for at least 50 years. The standard organic is 5 years, and we go way beyond that. So Young Living oils don't have an organic label on them because that's crazy expensive to get, and you have to jump through all these hoops in order to get that. But our standard is that we don't even purchase land that has had chemicals on it in the last 50 years. We just will not grow anything, because all of our oils come from plants. We have partner farms all over the world, France, Croatia, Ecuador. And so all of those partner farms that we have, because we don't own things in other countries, all have to adhere to our seed to seal standard. And if you want more information on the seed to seal standard, we will do another video on that, and I can also send you more information if you contact me. But we have, this is how I learned. This is how I learned what peppermint does. So when I got the small kit, when I first joined, I got the small kit that had the oil of joy in it. And if you look up this book has all the oils in it that we have. So every couple of years the book would get updated. There is a digital version now, and the company is revamping just because the times have changed. People don't necessarily do books anymore, although I have books way back from one of the first ones that came, because they are just a wealth of information that you can't find online anymore. So the oil of joy, I learned this by looking at this book, actually. So when I first got the oil of joy for my daughter, it's got bergamot in it, rose, ylang ylang, lemon, geranium, jasmine, palmarosa, Roman chamomile, and rosewood. I didn't know any of those. I was like, I don't know what any of those things do for the body, but the combination, I just put a little bit on her pillow every day, and I just literally saw her attitude change. Her siblings saw her attitude change. She just started smiling. She was more engaging. It was absolutely crazy. And so that kind of delved me into looking up all the other oils in the kit that I had. So you can use a resource like this, which is fantastic, because in this book can tell you that oregano is a natural antibiotic when we can't, because the three-letter agency came in a couple years ago, like I started to say, and said you can't use language like that. So now, instead of saying that about oregano, I can say oregano is calming and soothing and relaxing, which is none of which you would spend the money on to get oregano. So you need classes like this. You need someone to walk alongside you, which is what we do, to point you in the direction to get resources that will give you really good, solid information, because these oils do way more than what Young Living can say on their website. Young Living has to adhere to those three-letter agency rules, and so they, and of course then we have to as well, so they can't use the language that we used to use in our classes and online and in our materials. So in their catalog online with Young Living, if you look up, let's say, frankincense literally got me through some of the hardest emotional times that I've ever been through, and really helped me recover from a lot of trauma that I had gone through. Frankincense is the #1 oil for trauma, bar none. But if you look up frankincense on the Young Living site, it's going to say it's relaxing, it's soothing, it's great for your skin, it's great for aging skin, which is great. It also is wonderful for that. Just think of all these oils as multitaskers. They can do things that are beyond what we can imagine. And every oil, like say you buy a bottle of, I'm going to switch my camera up a little bit. Say you get a bottle of cough syrup. The only thing that thing does is helps you with a cough, right? And most of the time, in my very limited experience with cough syrup, it doesn't even do that. But if you get, let's say, frankincense and raven and let's see, lemon, those are very soothing to things like that, where your throat is scratchy, you're making noise. Those are ways that we can describe what things do now to adhere to the 3-letter agency's rules. But the book will give you lots and lots. It goes over lots of conditions that you can look up. So you can look up that runny nose, or that spot on your arm, or that tension in your head, or that neck ache, or digestive issues, specific digestive issues. You can look up, so like it says right here, flatulence. Like you can look up flatulence and it'll give you a list of, say, 15 oils, and you don't have to use every single one. You can pick the one that comes in your kit, because this kit is amazing because it comes with 12 different oils that cover every body system. And so there's going to be, in your starter kit, there is going to be one oil, or multiple actually, that could do something for anything that comes up in your home actually. These are all safe to put on your babies, on your kids. They're just in different amounts. You would use a carrier oil for a small child, and you could use them for your pets as well. We have used oils on our pets and saved us many a visit to the vet by using them on our pets for various reasons. So again, we're going to get started. I just wanted to go over the fact that our language has to be different. So sometimes online and in-person classes, I have to go like the roundabout way to describe. So like raven is great for respiratory health. It is great for congestion. It is great for struggling to catch your breath. And so like say you're a runner or you exercise every day, putting a drop of raven on your chest, just one drop, all you need is one drop if you're just doing things preventatively. So you can put one drop on, it literally opens up your airways, it oxygenates your cells, and it just opens things up so that you can go outside and walk and do your exercise, and you can breathe easy. Now, if you were in a more compromised state or a chronic state, all below the wellness line, say your whole family goes down with something respiratory and they're below the wellness line, then you're going to use a couple drops, and you're going to use that every hour. For the last 13 years, I have been the every hour person, because that has, people contact me sometimes and they're like, how come every single time you use something it works? Like, that's what you say. And I'm like, it does, because I literally use them, one, preventatively. If we're going to go on a hike, I'm going to take my raven, and I'm going to take peppermint. Where's my peppermint? And I'm going to take peppermint, and peppermint I'm going to put behind my neck, because when you're hiking, it just cools the body down. So if it's like today where it's muggy, it's hot, it's sticky, I'm going to take a drop or two of peppermint and put it on the back of my neck, and that's going to naturally cool my whole body system. That is great to take on a hike. It also kind of keeps the bugs away. That is great too to take on a hike. Now, raven also opens up your airways. We talked about that. Peppermint can be used as that as well, but peppermint kind of has that cool, hot feeling. So if you put that on a child is going to be like, it's kind of like hot, but it's not really hot. It's like that cold, icy hot. So raven is great to put on your chest or on your back, on the bottom of your feet. If you don't know where to put anything, just put it on the bottom of your feet. It's going to open up your airways. It's going to help you breathe easier when you're going on that hike or that walk or that run. That's a great way to get started and use those specific oils. And the book is going to tell you that as well. Now, say you don't have a book, they're not available right now. You can always call the person that signed you up and say, hey, I'm backpacking through Europe, and I need to know, actually I had someone ask me that the other day, like, we're traveling through Europe, and what would be the most things, the most important things that you would bring? And so I told her, one of those things would be Digize, because Digize is in the starter kit, and it is for everything digestive. It's actually great for your muscles as well. If you didn't have any other oil, but you had Digize with you, put it on whatever's going on. A bug bite, upset, anything, an irritation, a whatever. Like, there's only certain language I can use online. So Digize is going to be, my daughter went to Africa for several weeks, and I sent her with Digize, and I sent her with little capsules, and you open it up and you put five drops in, and you take that 3 times a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. One is going to calm and soothe any kind of irritation or bloating or anything in your stomach or in your tummy. You can put it right on a baby's belly. You can put it on their feet. If they're upset after they're eating, I always have this in my purse. But you take it when you go out of the country, because especially if you're eating things that you're not really sure of, it is the bomb for anything questionable. So recently when I was in the UP, I ate a meal on the roadside. It was actually a roadside stand. We stopped and we ate it, and I was literally violently ill afterwards. It was, and I ate one thing different than my husband, so I was like, I got food poisoning. There's something going on with that food, because I was so violently sick. I felt like I had knives in my stomach. So I immediately got out Digize. I put a little bit on my belly, but then I put it in capsules, and I took that every couple hours. And by the next day, the pain subsided pretty quickly after taking them, but I also just kept doing it to make sure it all flushed out of my system. And then by the next day, I felt totally fine. I was able to eat again, totally fine. And so Digize is amazing for that. So we're gonna get started with this kit, because it's one of the best ways, best bang for your buck. So the premium starter kit, there are different diffusers, like I said, that you can get. You can get the Aria diffuser, you can get the Dewdrop diffuser. Those are all different price points because of the diffuser. But I personally, if I had a choice, this diffuser comes with it. It's got all these different colors. See that? Nice. It's got all these different colors, and it's just a wonderful diffuser. It looks nice. It goes with any decor, and it comes with the kit. Now, 13 years ago when I started, you got a kit for roughly $150, I think was the kit price at the time, and you did not get a diffuser for it. So I am so grateful that they now give us a diffuser with our kits. And so the thing that I want to go over is every single oil in this kit. Hold on, I'm trying to get this to slow down a little bit. All right, so we're going to go over all the oils in the premium starter kit. Again, comment, message, check my website link out, and there's a 2-way chat on my website that you can get a hold of me and ask me questions. I would love to hear from you. Please like, subscribe, and support our channel, because we are going to be adding more videos to it. It's kind of like a catch-all channel. We love our oils because we love to live healthy. We love gardening. We love building. We love teaching people just different solid ways to live, and live simply, live happily, reduce stress, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what our channel is about. And I was a homeschooler for almost 20 years, and so I love talking about homeschooling. I love encouraging moms to homeschool. I love walking alongside them while they're doing that. And so those videos are up on here as well. And we're going to be continually adding more as the summer goes. So again, this kit comes with these 12 oils. I'm going to start with lavender, because lavender is known as the it's like the oil that does everything. The Swiss Army knife, that's the term I was looking for, the Swiss Army knife of oils. It just does everything. It's a multitasker. So lavender is great to put in the diffuser or apply topically. You could apply it to your wrists, you could apply it to your chest, you could apply it to your temples, and it just helps you. It helps calm you, it helps relax you. You could put it on your babies. It is one of the most soothing oils. Safe. It is absolutely safe as long as you're not using synthetic lavender, which there's actually more lavender grown than there is sold, or there's more lavender sold than there is grown. And so you always want to make sure that you're using pure oils when you're using them, because pure oils are safe for your babies, your pets, your kids, your mom, your dad, elderly. But when you go to the dollar store or some special sale online and you get oils for $5 a bottle or $6, I saw an ad for frankincense for like $10 a bottle, and I was like, do people really think that's frankincense? Because you can't harvest frankincense in the correct way and bring it from the countries that actually have frankincense, because we don't grow it here, for $10. It just isn't a thing. So you know you're not getting a safe, pure product. Lavender, again, is the Swiss Army knife. It is great for creating a hostile environment to funguses, bacteria, all the things. And so it is great to apply to your skin. It gives you beautiful skin. You can put it in some coconut oil or your facial lotion, just a couple drops a day or 1 drop a day. It is great for your skin. It is great for after the sun. So if you go out in the sun and you spent too much time in the sun and your skin's a little red, you could put lavender, like say 5-10 drops in a little 1/4 cup of some maybe coconut oil or lotion, like really healthy lotion of your choice. Put that, mix it together a little bit, and just soothe it onto your any of the areas that had too much sun. If you've gotten bug bites that are irritating the skin, any kind of skin irritation, lavender is great for. And it is great to put in your diffuser or apply topically to help you sleep. There's very few cases of people that it actually energizes versus sleep. Some people are like that. I have one child like that. The rest of us put lavender on and you go right to sleep. But lavender, if you look it up in that desk reference, it's got so many more uses that I can't even talk about. But lavender is included in the kit. Stress away. So I'm here visiting some family, and they have a new baby, and the new baby doesn't do well in the car. And so we took some stress away and we just lathered it all over his feet. He's about 2 months old. And I probably put 5 drops on between 2 feet and just lathered him up, and he just like relaxed and calmed down. He started to yawn. Now, stress away doesn't necessarily put you to sleep, but it can relax you to the point of sleep, I guess. Most people just use it in stressful, anxious situations, and I'm all about prevention. So I use stress away as perfume. I just put it behind my ears, and I get so many compliments on it. Actually, everywhere I go, people are like, oh my gosh, you smell amazing, like men and women alike. But stress away is great if you know that you're going to that family party, or you know that you're going on that job interview. You know that you're going to be in a stressful situation, like that train ride or airplane ride or car ride, or I just used oils to go over one of the longest suspension bridges in the United States, in the world actually. Because I'm not super great on bridges. Like, I do it, but I'm very nervous and I get a little anxious. And so I just use the oils to just like get my system to calm down. It relaxes your nervous system, and then you're able to handle whatever it is that you're going into. So stress away is the bomb when it comes to anything where you know that you're going to be put in a position of needing emotional calm. So Thieves is next. Thieves is our signature oil, actually. Thieves has a history of the combination that Thieves was made out of. It's got clove in it, cinnamon, rosemary, lemon, and that combination of spices was used during the Black Plague to there was grave robbers during the plague, and so they would cover themselves in dried spices, those specific spices in this blend, to be able to rob the graves of the people that succumbed to the plague, and they didn't get sick. And so the legend is, when they were apprehended, they were asked, like, what kept you healthy? Like, give over your secret and we'll give you a lighter sentence. And they said, it's because we use these spices. We're spice traders. So Thieves was created for that reason, to help our immune systems fight anything that it comes to. We've got a whole Thieves line of like dish soap, fruit and vegetable wash that has digize in it too. We've got the hand sanitizer. We've got the cleaning. Our Thieves household cleaner is by far none the best household cleaner you'll ever use, and it is the cheapest because it's concentrated. You only need a cupful for every 16-ounce bottle, and it is the bomb, and your house smells like Thieves. So Thieves is great to, especially if you're fighting something. So say your whole household is fighting something, it's great to put a little bit on your finger and hold it to the roof of your mouth. Anything we do sublingually in our mouth gets into our bloodstream quickly. And if you just hold that, and you do that like every 10 minutes, literally in a day at the most, it's going to take you to feel your best. It's just works that quick. Thieves is just fantastic for keeping our immune system strong. I love to use it sublingually. You can actually take it, this is our Vitality, so you can actually put it in your warm tea. You can put it in a glass of water, and then just drink it up. And you can put it on your feet, you can put it on your spine, you can put it anywhere. You could do it topically, you could diffuse it. A lot of people diffuse it when their household is below the wellness line. And so it's a great oil to help kickstart your immune system. The next oil that we're going to talk about is lemon. And lemon is one of our most economical oils. It's like $11 for this size bottle, so for the bigger bottle. And lemon is a rock star for your lymphatic system, for your cellular integrity. I drink lemon in my lemon water every day. I have for years, and I used to drink real lemon water, like with squeezed lemons, but lemons are crazy expensive, especially because I buy organic. And so carrying this around, especially we just traveled, so I'm not going to carry around like fresh lemons to a hotel room. So this is the best way to get even more power from the lemon, and just put 2 drops in your water. Drink that every day. Lemon, again, is great for lymphatic cleansing, and it's great for cellular function. It's actually great for your skin as well. You're just not going to want to put this in your lotion and then go sit out in the sun, because it's a citrus oil. So any citrus oils you can use to go shopping or go walking, but if you're going to be out in the sun, laying on the beach, or in a like at a concert where you're going to be in direct sun, you're not going to want to use that on your face or anywhere where it's going to be exposed for that day. But you could use it the night before. If you're just doing normal errands, going in and out of stores, you can absolutely use your citrus oils. But lemon is great to diffuse when you're doing your bills, when your kids are studying. There's been studies done by colleges that have actually shown that diffusing lemon while they're preparing for tests, 50% of the kids tested higher, 50% higher when lemon was diffused, and it actually energizes you. So some oils make you sleepy, like I would not diffuse lavender if I was trying to study for a test or do my bills. I would diffuse lemon because it's energizing. So same token, I wouldn't diffuse lemon at night because that's going to energize me and it's going to wake me up and wake my kids up. I would diffuse lavender. So it is an energizing oil. It just is a mood booster too. We know that we can be in the most sour mood, and if you smell a fresh cut lemon, it just kind of reminds you of sunshine, of warm weather, of summer, and we just naturally get an emotional boost from it. And so that's what lemon does, and it's power packed in this little bottle. So you don't have to go to the store and spend $2 for one lemon, which is the price right now, but you can get it even in a more potent form, because the oils are more potent than herbs and fresh juice, than, you know, getting the fresh product. And the next oil is peppermint. I talked about this a little bit. Peppermint is great in your water, actually. I have food allergies, and so every time I would go to a specific family member's house, they would always make all the food that I could not eat. And of course, there was no other options, and so I didn't want to be rude, so I would just eat what there was. And the only way I could get through it without my whole body being inflamed was I would put a couple drops of lemon in my water, every glass of water I took, and I would just, and it just relieved the my body's response to inflammation very quickly. And so peppermint is great for that. I just, you know, had knee surgery a couple months ago. So many times I've just put peppermint on my knee when I haven't had my other oils with me. It really helps reduce discomfort. It is great for your temples when you're having like uncomfortable tension in your neck, in your head, in your back. If you have a construction worker husband, this is going to be fantastic on his spine, on the bottoms of his feet. It's very refreshing. If you've been on your feet all day and your feet hurt, to just put a couple drops of peppermint or any of the other oils on there, and it just like relieves tension and discomfort in every area of the body. So peppermint is great for that. It also, again, keeps buggies away. It helps your internal body temperature go down naturally. It's very refreshing in your water. If you get up and you have bad breath and you haven't been able to brush your teeth yet, put a drop in your mouth and it just like gives you that fresh breath. And it's all natural. There's nothing added. What's in our oils is in our oils. Like, we don't put carrier oils. We don't put synthetics. We don't adulterate our oils. We don't add anything to them, like a lot of most of the other companies out there. Purification is next. Purification is so good. Like right now, there's this haze across most of the United States, and it's coming from fires in Canada. And of course, the quality of air that you're breathing outside is very irritating to a lot of people's eyes, their respiratory system, their nose. And so just, we've got the air on here at this house, my house at home too, and we've just been diffusing purification because it cleanses the air. So when you go and buy Febreze, say at the store, and you spray it around your house, you're just adding chemicals to that stink that's already there. This actually digests the odors, and so it attacks the odors. I love to use purification when I cook fish in the house because I don't mind the smell of fish in the house when it's cooking, but after I'm done and we've cleaned up, I don't want my kitchen to smell like bacon or fish. I've had kids, when my kids were younger, throw up in my car on long trips, on long car rides, and I was able to clean the car seats with thieves cleaner and some purification in it, and then I actually plugged my diffuser in, put the diffuser in the car with the doors shut, put 10 drops of purification in the diffuser, and ran it for the whole 1 or 2 cycles in my car that the child had thrown up in, and it literally got rid of the smell. There was nothing else that worked. And so if you have kids in sports, if you've got dirty sneakers, if you've got nasty smelling, anything that you cannot get the smell out of, you could take a Ziploc bag or a vacuum sealed bag, like the big comfort size ones, put all the items in, whether it's books or curtains or socks or clothes or shoes, any kind of items that you can't get the smell out of. Put it in a sealed Ziploc or vacuum sealed bag, put 4 or 5 cotton balls of purification in there, seal it up for a couple days, and it will literally take the smell out. And the smell doesn't come back because it's taken it out. So purification is great for that. It's also great to apply to your glands when you're feeling under the wellness line. This is the one oil that I used the most of when my daughter had surgery when she was 10. She was in the hospital. I didn't want her to come home from the hospital with anything that she did not go there with. I wanted to keep her immune system strong. I wanted to keep her, so I applied every oil that I had in my purse at the time because it was an emergency situation. We didn't go there prepared. I did have purification, and I lathered this on her feet every hour And she actually got out of the hospital 4 days before she was supposed to. And the doctors were stunned. They said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it and go home, because we don't want her to catch anything here. So it really helps your body recover. It helps keep your lymph system fresh and going strong. It's got so many other uses, again, that are in that little book that I talked about. The next oil is Panaway. Panaway is one of the #1 oils. It's a more expensive blend, actually, so the fact that it's in this kit is amazing. And Panaway is great for anything discomfort, anything nerve related, because it's got helichrysum in it. Helichrysum is great for our nerves, and it helps repair and restore our nerves. It's also got wintergreen in it, which wintergreen is great for discomfort. It helps our blood pressure be normal. So Panaway is great, like if your kids are in sports. My daughter years ago was riding her bike in California, broke her arm in 3 places. She was going to France, and so she actually put Panaway on the spots. I don't recommend this. She put a hole in her cast where the worst break was, and she like dropped it down there. Now, when you had that, she could have just applied it topically up here above the cast, or on her hand below after the cast ended. And because the oils work at a cellular level, they still would have worked. But she, without me knowing, put a cut, or dug a hole in her cast where the worst break was, because she did not want to go to France with a cast on, and she was able to get that cast off a month before. I don't know why, but she did use Panaway every day. So it helps with discomfort, it helps with nerves, it helps with joints. It is fantastic to use for anything discomfort related. The next oil is Raven, and again, Raven is a respiratory oil. It is fantastic for anything that you want to help your lungs work better, help your lungs work more efficiently, oxygenate your cells, help you breathe better. Raven is going to be the oil for you. The next oil is Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming is like lavender on steroids. It is fantastic for applying to your legs at night. If your legs are just restless and can't sit still, it is great to put like maybe 10-15 drops in a little bit of lotion or some coconut oil, and then rub it on your legs every night before you go to bed. It is great to put on babies, on parents, on anyone that's struggling to sleep. You could put it on your feet, you could put it on your back, your spine, your chest, the back of your neck, behind your ears. It is great to just calm your system down, calm you emotionally, and calm your nervous system down. So Peace and Calming is wonderful for that. I'm trying to get done a little bit quickly. Citrus Fresh is fantastic. It's a blend of citrus oils. Again, we talked about the benefits of lemon. So this, again, is great in your water. It tastes like just a citrus medley, and it's great for your lymphatic system. It is great for your energy, your mood, your skin. It is fantastic for that. I love to diffuse it because it's very uplifting diffusing. It's a little bit different than lemon because it's got lemon in it, but I love personally to diffuse this. This is one of my favorite summertime oils to diffuse. The next one again is Digize. We talked about this one. Digize is the balm for anything gut related and it also works for muscles. I've used it for so many different things that it's not really made for, but the oils in it are very powerful. There's fennel in there. There's I can't think of all the oils in I don't have enough lighting in here to read them off, but it's just fantastic. I use this the most in capsules. I don't particularly like the smell. That's another thing with the oils, is if you absolutely feel revolted by a smell, that means you need the oil the most. And this was one of the oils. I've always had digestive issues as an adult, and this is one of the oils that I absolutely almost threw away. This and frankincense, which I'm going to talk about, because I could not stand the smell of it when I first opened my kit. My daughter had digestive issues, like we needed this oil in the house. After all that I read about it, but I didn't want to smell like it. So I never put this on topically if I'm going to go out in public. If I'm staying in my house and no one's around, I'll put this on topically just because I personally don't like the smell. I have a daughter who loves the smell, but me personally, and I would say most people, don't like the smell. Again, you just put it in capsules. If I've ran out of capsules, I put it in a teaspoon of honey. You could do that with any of the oils. You could put it in a couple drops in a teaspoon of honey if you're giving it to a child 4 and older. Or if you personally can't swallow anything, you have someone that doesn't want to smell it, again, you can put it in liquid, or you can put it in a teaspoon of honey to help it go down. So most of the time I put this in capsules, 5 drops at a time. I take them every hour sometimes, or every couple hours. It's fantastic for that. I do want to really quickly, before frankincense is my last oil, but I do want to talk about a trio that it's Young Living people just know about this trio, and it is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So especially maybe right now, even when this haze is across the United States and affecting our breathing abilities, frankincense, lemon, and lavender are great seasonal supporters. So seasonal support as in itchy, sneezy, scratchy throat, scratchy eyes, itchy eyes, kind of seasonal support. So anytime in the fall, anytime in the spring, anytime where the flowers are blooming and the grass is growing, you put 5 drops each of this trio in a capsule or in a teaspoon of honey. You can put 5 drops each in 1 teaspoon of honey or 2 teaspoons of honey, and take that every 3 to 4 hours, and it is better than anything that you could buy over the counter. And it is safe. It doesn't do any harm. It's a fantastic natural way to help support that seasonal discomfort that comes along. I actually was on an airplane a couple of years ago, and I sat next to a woman, and she was apologizing because she's like, I'm not sick, I'm really not sick, my seasonal issues are so bad right now that I can't breathe. And so I literally said, can I please give you a couple drops of something on your wrists? Because I didn't want to give her something internally. She doesn't know me, didn't know me from Adam. So I just put a couple drops of each of these on her wrist, and immediately she stopped sneezing. She could breathe easier. It actually helped her sleep so that she could sleep on the flight. And when she was done, she's like, I need that. Like, what was that? I've never had anything work like that. So that is a great trio to keep in mind. Actually, I forgot I have copaiba and frankincense left. So copaiba is the #1 oil to help your body's response to inflammation. The #1 oil. It is absolutely fantastic for anything, and most of the time I take this internally. It tastes kind of like nothing to me. It doesn't really have a taste to it. So you can just put it in water. You know the Vitality. You can just put it in water and drink it. But I tend to just put this like 4, 5, 6, 8 drops, depending on what the issue is. I just had knee surgery recently in January, and I didn't take any kind of pain medication at all. Not one. I took only our oils, and I used a series of oils that I chose. Then I put in capsules, and I took those every 4 hours, only for a week. And then after a week, I didn't even need them. So, and I applied things topically just to help the skin repair and restore. But copaiba was definitely one of my #1. It's processed from the resin, and it is the #1 oil for people that are struggling with helping their body's response to inflammation. So I highly recommend this, and you can mix it with any other oils too. Frankincense is the bomb. So frankincense, like I said before, is the #1 oil for trauma. And I had, after we kind of got started and was using oils, this was an oil in my kit that I couldn't stand the smell of. I absolutely hated, detested, and thought I was going to throw up whenever I smelled the smell. I had no intention of ever using my frankincense. But I knew that we had been through so much trauma that I was looking up things on how to help my family and myself work through traumatic responses that I was having emotionally. And frankincense always came up, and I was reading a lot about it. And I was like, oh, I just really detest the smell of this oil. So what I did at the time was I determined to put this on the bottom of my feet every night, on the bottom of my big toe, which is your, on the bottom of your feet, there's a reflex to a point at which it connects to every organ in your body. And the bottom of your big toe is your brain. So I was like, okay, well, I need some emotional stuff, help, in addition to prayer for me. So I put it there every day, and then I don't sleep with socks on. I hate that, actually, but I put socks on every day just because I did not want to smell this oil. So I did that every day on both toes, every day at night before I went to bed. And in 2.5 months, I just noticed a very big shift in my emotional response to certain things that I was really struggling with prior to that. And I no longer had a negative emotional response to those things. And so this oil just really works. It can cross the blood-brain barrier. The sesquiterpenes in it is very high, and it can help you emotionally work through or be open to working through things that you've had to work through. Pain, loss, grief was what we used it for. And it's also the best oil for aging skin. It's the best oil because after all my grandbabies were born, most of them are born at home, and we put frankincense on them the minute they were born. And that was because frankincense, one, is great for emotional trauma and physical trauma. And being born is very physically traumatizing, right? And so we put frankincense on them to help it also helps boost your immune system. It's kind of like lavender, where it's a huge multitasker, where it's great for respiratory health, it's great for your skin, it's great for your brain, it is great for your emotions, it is great for physical trauma to the body, emotional trauma to the body. It just does so many things, and it actually is it helps your cellular function. It helps your cells be healthy. Let's say that, I'm trying to beat around the bush. And so you could take this internally. I have taken that. I have been driving and gotten to a very anxious situation while driving, and I've taken it and I've just kind of rubbed it here and then breathed it in, pulled off the side of the road, breathed it in, and then was able to continue driving with no issues. It is great to help in those kind of urgent situations. So that is the kit, along with, you get 2 Ningxia Red packets. Ningxia Red is I just don't have them here with me, they're in the fridge. So Ningxia Red is just our powerhouse drink. It comes from the Ningxia province of China, where the berries are grown with the runoff from the Himalayan mountains. And the soil is so rich and dense in minerals that this drink is like eating 8 pounds of blueberries and 5 pounds of carrots, and we've got information on that. And it's all you need is 2 ounces a day, and it is so amazing for your body system. It's like an immune system powerhouse drink, and you only need 2 ounces a day. Now, I almost missed a birth of one of my grandbabies, and because I was so sick, 7 years ago. She was going to be born at home that week, and I knew she was going to be born, and I was sicker than a dog. And so I took 12 ounces of that drink every day for 5 days leading up to when she was supposed to be born. And within 2 days, I felt completely fine. I just wanted to make sure that I was clear and that everything was out of my system. Of course, I was taking oils too, but I took 12 ounces of that drink every single day that week. And I was able to be at the birth. I was able to help her be born. My system was fine. My system was healthy and strong. And it really helps, especially if you have somebody in your house that doesn't like vitamins or can't take vitamins or has a gag reflex. Ningxia Red is kind of like the perfect option for that. The last thing I want to talk about really quick is I was doing this before 2020 started, or in the beginning of 2020. I was meeting people at a local coffee house every week. And I would just be at this specific coffee house every week, and you could make an appointment with me to kind of go over a health scan. So this is my iTovi. It's a handheld device, and it kind of looks for weaknesses maybe in your body that need support. And so whether it be your liver, your brain, could be anything. And it kind of gives you Young Living products that could help bring you back into balance. Now, sports medicine uses these. It's a very common technology, and I do these scans for $10. You just meet with me. I bring the desk reference along, and we go through what each of the oils that it's calling for to bring your system back into balance. So stay tuned, kind of watch out for in our education group and in my newsletter when I will be starting those again. It's going to be in July, where I'm going to be freeing up a day or two a week to, it's a couple hour span at a coffee shop in different areas so that it's more local to some people. And then there are ways that we can do it for out-of-state people as well. So just let us know if you're out of state and you need that. But I really hope that this helps combat people's idea of essential oils. I know that we are so strongly gagged online about what we can say, but just more recently, every time I hear someone talk about essential oils, they're like, oh, I'm not going to spend money on that because that's so I don't need my house to smell like that. A candle's cheaper. One, the candle's not cheaper if you break down the price. But two, the candles have all these chemicals in it, and the candle just kind of scents your house. It doesn't physically do any kind of function in your body, mostly harm actually. But say if you diffuse stress away, it's actually going to bring about change in your emotional mood, in your cellular pathways. And that's the difference that these oils have. They actually work at a cellular function. Now, a dollar store oil will not. A $10 bottle of frankincense in the store will not. They don't function like that. They are not grown and processed and distilled correctly, so they do not work at a cellular level. But Young Living's been in business for over 30 years, guys. #1 oil company, bar none, and worldwide. We have partner farms and our farms that we own and operate all over the world and all over the United States. And so we would love to give you more information on that. I would love to help you get started. I would love to help you see for yourself life change and cellular change in your body when you start using these. I would love to walk alongside you and help you learn about all the different ways that you can use these oils effectively, efficiently, to really bring about a healthy lifestyle for you, just like I was able to get when I started. So I hope you like, subscribe, and share this video, and let us know if you need help. We can direct you to our education group. We would love to help you get started, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Stay safe and be well.